Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, the 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 157. Page 157. Today is our lesson number 43. Let's take a look at it. Problem number 38. Problem number 38. We are told that Juan takes 11 seconds. For those of you outside the US, this is a Spanish name, and J is pronounced with a H. This is Jose San Juan. So here we have Juan. There's no extra charge for this lesson, okay? That was complimentary. Juan takes 11 seconds to run Y yards. The question simply is, how many seconds will it take to run X yard? What the hell? He wants to run Y. He can run Y. He knows he can run Y yard in 11 seconds. Why doesn't he just stick with Y yards? Why does he have to run X yards? There are two ways we can go about it. One is the algebraic way, the academic way, the conventional way, the mathematical way, and the other one is what we call the plugging in technique. In the plugging in techniques, you do exactly what it says. We plug in numbers. Plug in some nice number that are easy to work with. I'm going to pretend that it takes him 11 seconds to run 22 yards. I'm going to plug in 22 for Y. So here's the plugging in technique. Let's pretend he takes 11 seconds to run 22 yards. If that were the case, that would imply that he takes half a second to run 1 yard. Well, if he takes half a second to run 1 yard, that would imply that if you were to multiply this by, he wants to run, let's plug in number here. How long do you want him to run? Let's make him run 10 yards. If it takes him half a second to run 1 yard, then since he wants to run 10 yards, it will be 10 times as much. 10 times this amount would be the 10 yards, that's all. And of course 10 times half is 5, so it will take him 5 seconds to run 10 yards, because he's taking half a second for a yard. The answer that we're looking for is 5 a second. The question was, how long will it take him? The answer is 5. This is our punchline. This is what I call the punchline. Now all we have to do at this point is to go through every single answer choice. Now we go through every single answer choice. Wherever we see X, we replace it with 10. Wherever we see Y, we replace it with 22, because those were the values that we plugged in for X and Y. And we keep on going until we come across one answer choice that works out to be our punchline, which is 5. Let's take a look at A. In A they tell us it is 11x over Y. 11x over Y. 11x. Our X is 10. Over Y, which is 22. Voila. 11 and 22 goes 2 times, and 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5. So it works out exactly what we're looking for. It turns out that we got lucky. The answer is A. So this is the non-traditional way. This is the plugging in technique. For those of you who are not very comfortable with algebra, for those of you who are now very conversant in algebra. What does it mean, conversant? What does it mean to be conversant at something? Let's see if I'm looking at my chart here. All of a sudden, and it happens, the list of the words just simply happens to be here in front of me. So I might as well look it up. Just give me 1 second and we'll find it. The word that I used was conversant. Oh, we did learn it. What do you know? For some strange and inexplicable reason, in my list here, I have the word converse written down, but I'm sure I covered the word conversant on that day. It is day number 43. just type in vocabulary. Just type in vocabulary. Oh, I'm pointing to something. Just type in my name, Keshwani, and then put in vocabulary day 43, and you will learn this word conversant. To be conversant at something means to be skilled at something, to be good at something, to be at ease with something. If you are conversant at algebra, if you are comfortable with it, then this will look a bit childish to you. But for those of you who are not very good at algebra, who are not very comfortable with algebra, this is what you do. Just plug in numbers. Here's the algebraic way. With the algebra, it's very straightforward. We are told that he takes y, he runs y yards in 11 seconds. We are told that y yards in 11 seconds. That implies that he must run 1 yard in 11 over y seconds, and therefore he will go x yards in x times that amount. 11 over y times x. 11 over y times x is exactly what our answer is, which is same as 11x over y. 11x over y. And that's our answer, that's it. That's just a two-step process, very simple. Let's do the next one, shall we? Let's do number 39. Number 39. I'm going to erase this part, I'm going to leave that alone. In number 39, I think the guy either wants to buy socks or to lose some socks. Number 39. John has 10 pair of matching socks. If he loses 7 individual socks, what is the greatest number of pairs of matched socks that can be left? Alright. So, 39. He has 11 pairs. And he wants to lose 7. I don't have to put down individual socks, obviously. He wants to lose 7 socks. The question is, what is the maximum pairs of matched socks left? What is the maximum pair of matched socks left? So he did the laundry. He started out the laundry basket with 10 pairs of socks. 10 pairs of socks, which means in the laundry basket he had 20 socks to start out with. And as always, it's part of the natural phenomenon that when one does laundry, the number of socks that you start out with is always greater than the number of socks that you're left with. That's right, it's one of the laws of nature. When Newton was talking about his laws of physics, he left this one out, but that's the law. The number of socks that one starts out with the laundry is always greater than the number of socks that one is left with. So this guy, he started out with 20 socks, he's left with only 13. Apparently 7 of them are missing. Usually 1 or 2 are missing, but here in his case, he's very good at it, and 7 of them are missing. So he has 13 socks left. He has 13 socks left. The question is, what is the maximum pairs of socks left? It's very simple. Since he has 13 socks left, and since you want the maximum pairs, it's very simple. You can have 6 pairs and 1 individual. So he will have 1 odd socks left, which is not matching, but he will have 6 pairs. That's the best case scenario. That's the best case scenario. And of course, the worst case scenario, or the worst, what will be the worst case? Let's do that, I'm curious. What will be the minimum pairs? What will be the minimum pairs left? If he does the laundry and he finds out that he started out with 20 socks and he's left with only 13 socks, again, 7 socks are missing, only 13 socks, 7 socks are missing. So what's the minimum pairs will he have left? Well, the minimum situation, since there are 7 are missing, it is quite possible that he lost 7 individual socks, in which case he has 13 left. He loses 7 individual socks, which means he no longer has those 7 pairs, so he only has 3 pairs left now. 3 pairs 3 pairs and 7 individual socks. 3 pairs give him 6 plus a 7, so he's got 13 socks left, of which 7 of them are individual socks, they don't match anymore, and 3 of them are pairs. This is the worst case scenario. If you're missing 7 socks, every single socks that is missing belongs to another socks that you still have, which means you got 7 individual socks and 3 pairs. 3 pairs are 6 socks, and 7 individual ones are 13 socks. You started out with 20, you lost 7, and you're left with 13 socks. This is the worst case scenario. This is the worst case. They were not looking for the worst case scenario, they were looking for the best case scenario. In the best case scenario, it is quite possible that the 7 socks that he lost, there were 3 pairs in it. 3 pairs. So he lost 3 pairs and now he only has 1 odd socks left. So since he lost 3 pairs and he's got 1 odd socks left, so start out of 10 pairs, he's got 6 pairs and 1 individual. As always, I have done it again. I explained bloody too much. I do not know why. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now. This part that we did at the bottom is not part of the problem, you understand? They're not asking for the worst case scenario. They were looking for the best case scenario, and the answer is he will have 6 pairs. The answer is 6 pairs, which is, let me just verify, I just want to have a peace of mind. Number 39, was it? According to us, the answer is B. Let me just quickly look in the back. Number 39 is B. He has 6 pairs left. He has 6 pairs left, and that is answer choice B. That's all. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.